Tell me something. How did Jesse get the name Rainbird?
Well, it comes from his Navajo name. Beta in Chile. It means man who couldn't go beyond the rain. We call him Rainbird for short. Rainbirds come out before a storm. They're a good blessing to us. They bring water.
Swallows? Now, wouldn't they be nested in those cliffs right up there?
Makes sense to me.
Huh? Let's go.
So beautiful. What do you call that kind of pot?
A wedding vase. See the two openings? One for the husband, one for the wife.
How did you learn to do that?
My mother was Pueblo. I learned it from her. She learned it from her mom. Well, we have a long tradition of pottery.
So if things don't move too fast, you'll pass it on in kind.
My mother taught me how to knit. I've knitted everyone a scarf in the family, but this one's for me.
The stone. I've never seen anything so smooth.
Oh, my.
That belonged to my mother. We use stones to polish the pottery before it's fired.
I'd like to see that.
It's hard work. I've only got a few pots drying now. I need to stay busy.
You're worried about Jesse, aren't you?
I'm counting on Russell to bring him back. And a higher power to protect our land.
We're praying for that.
I'm praying with my hands.
Who is it? Who's there?
It's me, Will.
Why didn't you say something?
How'd you know I was here?
I don't know. Felt your shadow, I guess.
You don't need eyes for everything.
Yeah, try it sometime.
You won't get any music out of this thing. We're pretty far from a transmitter.
What's that rattling sound?
You tell me.
It's a South American thing. Maraca.
Gourd rattle. We use them in our Yaipiche ceremonies. I made it. I made my drum too. Maybe you'd like to try it sometime.
I don't think so.
Here. You have it. I'll make another one. And I'll bring you medicine for your eyes.
Sure.
You crying?
Allergies. It's all this dust.
What's that video camera for?
Might need it. Supposed to keep an eye on that house.
What for?
In case Jesse comes home.
Oh, secret stuff, huh? My dad knows all about that. He's with the CIA.
Oh, really?
think he's with the CIA.
Russell?
No, I'm Arthur Yazzie. And you're?
Claire Green, friend of the family. Excuse me.
Is Rena home?
Hello, Arthur.
Rena?
How's your mother?
Look, I'm sorry about what happened yesterday.
That's not why you're here. The company sent you.
Well, if you know the company sent me, then you know why I'm here.
Relocation papers. If we sign them, they move us off our land. If we don't, they condemn it and move us anyway.
Doesn't sound like much of a chance either way.
Well, my mother resisted the move at first, but now she's got a house in the city with a washer and dryer, central heat.
Your father died of cirrhosis and a broken heart. They wouldn't even let him come home to die.
My father was an alcoholic before he left the reservation. Just like a lot of his friends. Couldn't find work, couldn't support their families. Oh, that's all changing now. Jobs, education. The company gave me a full scholarship, paid for law school, tuition, books, everything.
So they could use you against us holdouts? We're not moving, Arthur.
Look, you may want to spend the rest of your life here, but shouldn't you be thinking of Will? There's a whole world of opportunities out there for him. College, a good job.
I know this isn't my fight. Will can go to college from here. I'm a teacher, and I know plenty of schools that are eager to have bright Native American students.
We just built some new housing. Take a look at these plans.
You're wasting your time, Arthur.
Please. Please look. They're beautiful.
These houses are side by side. Where's the land for them to plant their corn or their vegetables?
They've got fully equipped kitchens. The windows don't shake in the wind. You don't have to haul lumber. Good carpets, plumbing.
Then you're right. It is a great deal considering they sold Manhattan for a handful of beads.
Nice try, Arthur.
I've been authorized to tell you that unless you agree to relocate voluntarily, the company will be forced to move you.
Tell your mother hello.
I'm sorry, Rena. I'm really sorry.
We will not be moved.
I know. We're with you. You know that.
Jesse! Jesse, it's Russell Green!
I guess we found him.
In clinical studies, a leading pain medicine significantly reduced minor arthritis pain, increasing range of motion and flexibility. You may be surprised. The medicine in these studies wasn't a pill. It was Bengay. And now, when you use ultra-strength Bengay for your aches and pains, you get the heating power of 3 pain relievers to help you feel better and move better. Ultra-strength Bengay, medicine for your moving parts.
There's excitement in the air.
It's crunch time.
We've got 2 boys, 2 girls. You know, it's from one end of the store to the other.
They wait to the last minute. They don't know what to buy.
I will fill this cart in about 20 minutes.
We're there to help them, though.
Oh, the adrenaline starts pumping, and you up and down every aisle.
The people at Walmart seem to recognize that frenzied look on your face,
I forgot this person. I forgot that person.
so they're real receptive and helpful.
We got plenty of stuff left.
Walmart has great prices right up till the last minute.
I'm an expert last-minute shopper. Please come to me.
For the safety of this village and the people in it, and for our husbands, wherever they may be. Lord, we are grateful for the differences we have as people, and we ask that they do not separate us, but make us richer. Amen. Amen. And bless us for the food, too.
Help yourselves, everybody. Nathaniel, watch out for red chili stew. It's hot.
I'll blow on it.
It's not that kind of hot.
It's the hot kind of hot.
Where's Josh?
He has to be excused. He has a little bit of a headache.
Excuse me. I don't think your grandmother likes me.
She doesn't trust white people.
And she's had to put up with a whole crowd of us lately.
Grandmother and grandfather were among the first from the reservation to be relocated. There was only enough room for a couple of sheep and a small garden. And they missed their friends, the ceremonies. They begged to come back. But their home was torn down the day they left.
How awful.
Pretty good at this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my people have been doing this for centuries. This isn't your fight. What are you doing here?
Well, I'll tell you something I never told anybody else. A long time ago when I was young and foolish and just back from the war, I set out to see the country.
You and a lot of other veterans.
Yeah. Well, I found myself in a bar in Gallup one night. A bunch of teenagers came in. They took one look at my uniform, started harassing me. The Vietnam vet wasn't real popular back then. I wanted to bloody him up something awful, but I just let it go. I tried to drink the rage out of my system. But the more I drank, the angrier I got. After a while, one of them decided to pick a fight. In a flash, it was just like I was right back in that jungle again. Kill or be killed, you know. Before I realized what I was doing, I had my hands around his throat, and I just never forget to look in his eyes.
You killed him?
No, thank God. Snapped out of it just in time. I ran out of that bar right out into the middle of the street. I just stuck my thumb in the air, just hoping to get away. Jesse stopped, picked me up.
That's where you two met.
Yeah. He was on his way home from college. He recognized the look in my eyes. 1,000-yard stare. He'd been there. He took me off into the hills and cleaned me up, fed me, healed me, even invited me. Anyway, I left there, different person. Do you feel like you're home? He never made it feel like a death.
I'll tell you something. Well, I've known Jesse all his life. I've never known him to say something he didn't mean. So when he says he's going to avenge Raymond's death, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Mama?
You knew it was me.
Lucky guess. Felt someone coming, and I thought I could smell your shampoo.
Something else, too.
I brought you a bowl of green chili stew. It'll keep you warm. We missed you tonight.
I don't like being around people. I feel like a freak.
These are good people, Josh. And they have had their own share of disasters. Right now, they're being forced off their land, heading to goodness knows where.
Kind of like us.
No, worse than us. They have a spiritual connection to the land. It's part of their religion. Without it, they are adrift.
Will said that there are other ways of seeing. Sure like to find them.
You already are, honey. You just don't know it. We're so used to looking out at things that we forget there are things to see if you look in the other direction. Only don't cut yourself off from other people. Don't cut yourself off from us. We love you so much.
Oh, boy. I tell you, Jesse's as stiff as I am. He's gonna be glad to get out of here. Listen, I've been thinking about how to do this, and, well, I think you ought to stay behind while I go up there and try to reason with him.
That's funny. I've been thinking the exact opposite. You stay here, he won't shoot me.
Yeah, but, if he did, I mean, if anything happened to you, I'd never be able to find my way out of here. I think one of us ought to be able to go for help if we need to.
Well, I'll say a few prayers for you while you're gone.
Yeah. Jesse! You up here? You don't want to shoot me, Jesse?
Why not?
Jesse, come on back with me. They're looking for you, and they're gonna find you.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Man, you saved my life once. You gonna take it away now? Come on, Jesse, just put the rifle down and let's talk face to face.
They're trying to push us out of here. They mine our holy places, dig up the bones of our ancestors, and when we try to stop them, they kill us.
I know. I'm sorry about Raymond.
He was protecting what was rightfully his.
Go to your leaders, Jesse. Tell them. We can make people listen, I promise.
Promise? I had to shoot you just for using the word.
They're
If you can't find the coat that you want at Burlington Coat Factory, you can't find it anywhere.
Literally thousands and thousands of coats.
I love this place. I'm buying a coat for my husband.
You can't try on all the jackets because you'd be here all day long.
You can get the same thing for a lot less money that you can get in other department stores.
Any kind of coat you want, any kind of style that you want, it's fabulous.
I think I'm going to get something a lot nicer than I planned on.
We got the most, we're more than coats, Burlington Coat Factory.
Ever notice where all the best holiday moments take place? Soft, warm, comfortable, new carpet. It just feels better.
You can feel it burn all through Lanta was made to work fast where heartburn hurts most. Soothing on contact. It's so fast. My doctor said Mylanta.
Now get fast relief with the great taste of new Lemon Twist Mylanta.
This is where our holidays begin.
This'll be our favorite tree.
This is how I like to light up a room.
This will look good on my tree.
This is my favorite time of the year.
This is a really great gift.
These will look good under my tree.
And this is the place to find it all.
Pier 1.
Pier 1. Pier 1.
Pier 1.
It's your home. Make it sparkle with great ideas for the holidays from Pier 1 Imports.
Gambling draws tourists. Did it lure this 14-year-old into prostitution?
Hey, Big Daddy.
Vegas stripped 48 hours tonight.
Dramatic moments, touching tales, the story in pictures. Join me for London's greatest holiday stories.
CBS, Monday.
I kind of thought you and I had seen enough killing. But you go ahead and shoot. Then the sheriff will come after you, and it won't end. Now, is that how you want Raymond to be remembered? For a lot of dead bodies? Is that how you want your son to remember you?
Yuck. What is that stuff?
Nightshade. Old remedy for sore eyes.
Does it work?
Nasha. Doesn't hurt.
Feels cool. Smells like a late afternoon after it's rained.
We'll rinse it off in a while.
Want to play Cowboys and Indians? Daniel.
Sure. Only if I could be the cowboy.
Cool.
Hey, watch out for rattlesnakes!
Hold it! Don't move! It was me, Jesse. I shot Raymond. I heard somebody fire. I don't know what happened. Couldn't see. Didn't mean to. Just tell the sheriff I'm back, okay? Hey, I like it. A little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of Indian song.
I think we should take a walk down the road, huh? Sure. As soon as we finish with school. Come on. It's time for your physics lesson.
I'm glad they're friends. Will's a good boy.
Yeah. I worry what'll happen if we have to leave. They got big problems, these kids. Dropping out of school, drugs, suicide. They move to the city and they leave their culture behind. The places of power. They watch movies, TV. They see white kids, black kids. They don't see themselves. They lose themselves.
Gotta give them something to hang on to.
Try that when you're forced to leave your land. You leave your soul behind. Oh, Jesse. You'll want this back, Lamar.
I'm sorry, Jesse. You're my right-hand man.
You know, I just got tired of going against my conscience. Raymond's death cinched it.
The company's on its way out with a convoy of trucks and bulldozers. They want us out.
You're not going to help them.
I got a job, Jesse. A family to support.
Looks like the company's trying to take over the whole reservation. What are you going to do for a job then?
I'm saying it's a done deal.
Face it.
There's no reasoning with them, is there?
Sometimes the only voice they listen to is the voice of a warrior.
Jesse, I thought I told you to stay out of this.
Look around you, Lamar. These are your neighbors, your people. Are you going to allow their homes to be destroyed? Their places of worship to be taken from them?
I feel just as bad as you do about this, but I'm sworn to uphold the law.
I don't think you know anything about this law. I don't think any of you do. This thing got passed without even a hearing.
Come down out there, Jesse. I'm warning you.
The only way you're going to relocate me is to shoot me, like you shot the last Navajo brother.
against them dozers.
Well, if it's loaded.
Dennis! Go back! That machine is murdering the land where your people came from, where your ancestors hunted and worshipped.
Do your job, Dennis. Get that pickup out of the way.
It's turning your people into refugees.
Now!
Oh, this is great. You make a real nice picture. You know that, and this is going to make very interesting footage for the 6 o'clock news.
Hang on there, fella. Now, just take it easy. You don't want to miss out on your big break.
And what about your children? Think about what you leave them. Will they learn their history and grow up proud to be Native American? And how will they feel about what you do here today?
No! Dennis! I order you! I said I order you! No! Dennis! Do something!
Well, kind of looks like your men have gone on strike.
For now.
Or maybe the people that see this will raise such an outcry you won't ever be able to railroad people out of their homes and off their land again.
You've hurt our people, Jesse. You think you've helped, but you've only made things worse.
Interesting, isn't it? I feel the same way about you. Exactly.
Well, as you white folks would say, we made good medicine today.
Us white folks would say that, huh?
Oh, I never heard no Navajo say it like that.
Oh, we bought some time. We made him listen. This was no coincidence, you coming back into my life like this.
Well, whatever it was, I just thank God it happened.
You see something, don't you?
I don't know. Maybe. For a moment, I could see birds.
Even with a whole new world of toothbrushes, you still may not reach the places between teeth where germs that can cause the gum disease gingivitis breed. But with Listerine, you can. Listerine is the one brand, the only brand, clinically proven to flow into the tiny spaces between teeth to kill germs and help prevent gum disease. Germs can hide from your toothbrush, but not from Listerine.
Don't let a good mouth go bad.